Hello students, let's start with the demerits of a joint stock company. So first demerit is complexity in formation. When we register a company, there are a lot of paperwork. It is not very easy to register a company. There are various stages in the formation of company like promotion, incorporation, capital subscription and commencement. And in every stage there are a lot of paperwork. So that's why it is very difficult to form. Each and every person does not capable to start a company or to register a company. Many time, many new entrepreneurs who do not know how to start a company, even their business must be in the form of a joint stock company, but due to its complexity, they do not register themselves as a joint stock company because they don't know the process. So it is a complexity or complex process of registering a company. The next demerit is lack of secrecy. There are lots of owners or shareholders due to which the secrecy cannot be maintained. A joint stock company has to publish their accounts regularly in various newspapers. That's why the secrecy cannot be maintained. And the joint stock company has to share all its information regarding profit and loss to the registrar of the companies, to the stock exchange, and to the SEBI, income tax department. Everywhere they have to share their actual documents. So it is also a cause of lack of secrecy. The next point is impersonal work environment. Those who are the owners of the company are not running the company, means shareholders are not running the business. The business is managed by the managers and the major decisions are taken by the directors. So it is very impersonal and impersonal work environment. There is no relation between the effort and reward. Suppose there is a sole proprietor. So the sole proprietor put his efforts in the business to grow up will be rewarded surely. But here managers are getting salary. If they are putting more efforts, then also they will get same salary. If they put less efforts, then also they will get same salary. So that is very impersonal. There is no relation between the effort and reward. Next demerit is numerous regulations. There are various rules and laws for a company to be followed, and this is a complex process. We have to follow the first of all the Companies Law, which is Companies Act 2013. Earlier it was Companies Act 1956. We have to follow it. Then we have to follow the Stock Exchange guidelines, SEBI guidelines, income tax guidelines, GST guidelines, Sales Tax Act, Labor Act. There are various acts, Consumer Protection Act. So we have to appoint a specialist or legal advisor who every day keep a check on all types of act which are related with their company, like excise duty, custom duty. So it is very difficult actually, and that's why it is a merit. It is helpful for a company that the company must be aware about all the laws which are related to them, but it is difficult also. That's why it is demerit. Next point is delay in decisions. There is many time it is found that there is delay in the decision making process because the decisions are taken by the directors, then they tell it to the managers, and manager have to make a board meeting and conduct a board meeting, and after that that decision will be percolated down to each level of management, like top to middle and middle to bottom and then to workers. So from directors to workers, The decisions are taken at various stages, and it is sometimes difficult or sometimes it makes a delay that when we require a quick action, it is not possible. That's why it is a demerit. And next one is oligarchic management. Oligarchic management is set because the company is overall guided by the directors, and directors may have their personal interest. They take decisions, and that decision will be ordered to the managers of the company. But the decision, whichever they have taken, may be of their personal interest. We know that we have some organizational interest, some personal interest, some social interest, but sometime it may possible that the directors of the company take any decision with their personal interest. That's why it is very difficult and it is a demerit for a company. And last point is also situational, that is conflict of interest. So conflict of interest may arise because there are numbers of parties there, like shareholders, managers, directors, suppliers, bankers, government, and there are various agencies and various stakeholders. So there may be a possibility of conflict. Conflict may or may not arise, but if conflict arises, it is a demerit. So that's all for today. Thank you, students.